Alright, what's up guys? So, Hot T's uploaded a video titled Gabbie Hanna got banned from TikTok. It does not surprise me because after that wild, adventurous week of Gabbie Hanna videos, yeah, it honestly doesn't surprise me. Especially if it was like, if she was promoting hate towards people, and I think that's what she was doing with that girl that I guess criticized her book. But yeah, it's like, Gabbie, you kind of had it coming. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Hot T for more videos like this. Also, make sure you subscribe to her personal channel, REUPLOAD, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. But then that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Gabbie Hanna once again getting banned during a live on TikTok and H3 getting sued by Jake Paul. Question mark?
What?
But before we get
into
it,
Dane's like, oh yeah, because it was the boxing stuff. Yeah, it was with that boxing fight. And I'm still kind of finding it like hard to believe that I mean, it did come out, and he did say like he was like illegally watching it or streaming it or some stuff like that. So, man, it's like you can't do stuff like that.
make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notifications. Give this video a thumbs up. Alright, so let's get into it. So if you guys have been around in the last week or so, we've talked a lot about Gabbie Hanna and what's been going on with her. You can check out my previous videos for more details, but basically Gabbie has been acting quite weird lately on social media, especially on TikTok and Instagram. A lot of people have shown concern and have been trying to get her off of social media, or at least let her have a break for a bit. She hasn't come for any other creator in a while, so at least that's good. However, some of her most recent TikToks have been kind of strange. A few days ago, she went live on TikTok and apparently she got banned due to spam reporting. Here's a clip from that live stream.
Big room full of bad. One big room full of bad. One big room. Oh my god, I'm so out of breath. Full of bad. One big room full of bad. And we starting like Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Then basically wear that.
She also tweeted this saying, "Is this why they said I violated community guidelines and ended my stream, LMAO?" Here are some responses that she got to the tweets. One person said, "If TikTok thinks you're on drugs and honestly you do look like it, they will ban it. I got banned for being drunk, not even showing the alcohol." Someone else said, "Also, from someone who watched your last live, you had a lot of comments reporting you for misleading information. The fact you act so oblivious to everything is just gross." Someone else said, "I hope someone who loves you helps you. I don't even like you at all, but I think about you and who will help you, because no matter what this is, fake or real or whatever, I feel very sorry for you." Someone else said, "Girl, this is a valid reason to ban you. What is this?" A lot of people said that it looked like Gabbie was abusing a substance or that she looked manic. Overall, people wanted her to get off of social media and take a break.
Yeah, I was like, it's definitely giving me like some Kanye West vibes, like not early Kanye West days, but like that middle part, like after like the what was it, the Graduation album, but it was like during that time frame of when like My Twisted Dark Fantasy had came out. Maybe like a little bit, maybe it was like that between point of that album and then when Yeezus, or it might have been after Yeezus, but it was just at some point in time, it was like Kanye was, out on the internet doing some wild stuff. So I think that's, we've seen this stuff go down. It's like, hey, yo, it's like when we know a person needs help, it's like, we're going to say it. And yes, I can agree and say for myself, watching the videos that was being done on Gabbie Hanna, I'm like, yeah, you dealing with something.
And then Gabbie tweeted about her earnings on TikTok saying, "I was about to do a post showing that you can't really make that much money on TikTok, and then I opened up my balance and I was like, never mind." Some didn't find this very funny, and Gabbie got dragged for treating people like crap over social media and banking on that. I guess you could say that to everyone who responded to her, though. I'm pretty sure all of the people who talked about Gabbie profited from this as well. One person said, "Oh, so that's why you couldn't keep Trisha's name out of your mouth. Got it. Another user said, "Sometimes I really wish I had no morals and could make bank online being and nothing more, no cap." And that's the latest update on Gabbie. She hasn't been permanently banned on TikTok, just her live got banned, but who knows what else is gonna pop up. Are you guys gonna watch Gabbie's docuseries, by the way? Would you be interested in a video summary of that? Also, do you think she should get...
It's like if you, Ray, if you cover it, then I'll watch it. But watching it on my own, that's like when somebody asks me, do I plan on watching the game tonight? And I'm just like, if I'm not all that interested in it, I'll just catch the highlights or see what's trending from that game. Because I follow like a lot of like highlight pages and stuff. So I'm like, I know I'm just going to catch the highlights. So I ain't going to sit there for no 3 hours, 3.5 hours and stuff, you know, when there's nothing going to be going on. And I'm like, I ain't doing that. So
banned from social media platforms for her recent behavior. Share your opinions down below.
Does this creep you out? I don't want no weird dancing.
They're scared right now. Why are you so scared, children? What is so scary about me?
It don't creep me out. It's just I come from a part of the world where we see stuff like this and we're just like, hey yo, what am I watching? Like what's going on right now? Yeah, it takes a lot for things to creep me out, but yeah, it's videos like this where I'm like, it's unnecessary. Like, you know, I think back like in the Vine days when I was watching Gabbie Hanna, and I'm like, hey yo, this girl like got like a comedy side to her. Like, I see potential. Now I'm like, I don't know.
Why are you so scared?
Yeah, it's something going on.
I don't think I'm very scary. Thank you, Negro. Oh my God.
Next, we have another lawsuit.
Okay. I thought she was just saying no, but okay. I know people are gonna be like, how does that make you feel? No, people do stuff like that all the time. They'll put like the word knee and then the word grow, and then you know if you put it together and things like. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, people fall for it. I can't even get mad at people when stuff like that goes down. So
all these influencers are getting sued or throwing around the words "I'm gonna sue" all the time. Last week we had James Charles getting sued by his ex-employee, David Dobrik getting sued as well. I think, I'm not sure about that. Is he? Like I mentioned,
Probably.
H3 is getting sued by Triller for Jake Paul's recent fight. So Jake Paul is an investor in Triller, and that's why he's involved in this lawsuit as well. And the fight he participated in cost $50 to stream. And now a bunch of people are getting sued due to copyright issues like re-uploading the fight or streaming it for others for free. But how exactly did H3 Productions get involved in this? They didn't even know that they were getting sued by Triller. They just realized it from an article that came out on the story, including a bunch of other people as well.
And it's funny because I found out when this press release went out. And I was like, I'm sorry, who's suing me?
I know, it's so weird to find out that you're being sued through an article.
Yeah.
I was like, is it actually happening?
I was like, what?
Maybe it's a typo.
Ethan and Hila talked about it on their latest After Dark podcast episode, and at first, Triller stated that if you found a back way to watch the stream, you could just pay them $50 and they won't sue you. But if you refuse to pay the fee, they will sue you for $150,000, since that is the price for breaking the law. And Ethan got involved in all of this because in one of the Frenemies episodes, he admitted to watching the fight through a pirated source. He said that he didn't want to pay Jake Paul any money, so he found the stream for free.
Called it. I just found that the obscene.
You know what?
I waited
I felt that way.
fucking long for that.
You watched?
I watched the whole. I bootlegged it. I pirated it.
At first, people thought that this was the reason why Ethan is getting sued. However, in another episode of the H3 podcast, Ethan showed a 45-second clip where he put his commentary on the fight. The clip, like I said, is only 45 seconds long, and Ethan didn't show or talk about the fight. As you know, the H3 podcast is usually around 2 to 3 hours long, so this clip is a really, really small part of the episode. He also wasn't watching it live. Apparently, it was a week after the fight was broadcasted, so this case should fall under fair use, right?
Yeah.
In the latest After Dark episode, Ethan and Hila talks about the situation. They also confirms that the rumors are true. Triller is pursuing legal action. Ethan added that in his opinion, H3 was added to the list of people out of spite. Some said that in the original list, H3 Productions was not included, and only later they included them in the list of people that they're going against.
and they're suing them. And so they've lumped me in here. What I can only determine is out of spite. Because I clearly, first of all, my coverage of the fight was totally fair use. I showed 45 seconds of Jake knocking out Ben and commented over
Yeah, because my thing is like, okay, it ain't no different from when a person, they'll like post the highlight of it afterwards, like, you know, after the, because it's like, so the day of that fight, because I wasn't going to sit down. Once I heard they were just doing a bunch of like music stuff, and I didn't buy the fight, but I knew that they were just going to do a highlight thing, so I'm like, oh, okay, I know, I'll just catch the highlights. I don't care about any of them other fights. I'm like, bro, I could be making YouTube videos or playing video games or something, you know, keeping my time, like, you know, more useful, rather than watching all these, like, people I don't know. So when I seen there was like, oh, okay, Jake Paul knocked dude out, I'm like, oh, okay, went on Twitter, and it was being posted literally everywhere. Everybody was posting that. I think I might even have retweeted it. But it's because it was the highlight, and it was afterwards. I wasn't still, it's like, you know, stuff like that where I'm all like, that's crazy. It's like, no, it's like everybody, I'm like, okay, it's like, y'all need to sue everybody then. I'm like, because it's like everybody was retweeting that. So I'm like, that's just what people do after things go down. It's like, y'all don't know what the internet is? Like, that's crazy. If they honestly suing him for that, and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
thing nonstop.
Mind you, some of the people in this list actually broke the law by broadcasting the whole fight or.
Yeah, I was like, I seen, because I know when I kept checking to see, and I kept seeing like all these streams, people like, one person was like recording it off of their phone and was like recording it on their TV or something and broadcasting it to people, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm like, I can't even really see what's going on. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm like, you got people out there doing that. I'm like, fam, all this man did was just doing his, like, what he does. Like, you know, it's to me, I guess, like, people will probably ask me, well, what would I do in a situation like that? If literally this man was just doing commentary, like, he's just only using 45 seconds. Now, if he's using, like, the whole fight and doing commentary on it and stuff, I'll probably would look at it and think it's somewhat shady, but even then, I probably still wouldn't pursue no, like, legal action. This is coming from somebody that does reaction videos, so I guess maybe if I didn't do reaction videos, I don't know, but I wouldn't see that as a reason to sue somebody. Yeah, I think that is just being petty and stuff, so.
The whole fight, and in comparison to Ethan, he technically hasn't caused as much damage to Triller's content compared to some of the others in the list, but then again,
it's like knowing them guys probably still made bank off of it, like compared to what, however much money Ethan made off of him doing the 45 seconds. Like, you compare that 45 seconds he talked on it compared to what, like, people was actually ordering it, and, you know, everything, bets and all of that, and then how much money you guys probably made just, you know, off of the app alone, Triller, because of streaming the fight. So it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like people are going over the Triller, creating accounts, all that stuff. And it's like, man, get out of here with that. Y'all being petty.
Don't come for me.
Yo, then they added like an amended complaint, which is like part 2 of a lawsuit. It's like when you add more. So they amended the original complaint, and that's when they added us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why it was confusing, because I looked at the original website or the lawsuit, and I was like, I'm not on this. What are they talking about? And then at the bottom of the amended complaint, which is when they added more defendants, we're at the bottom. So it's like, I don't know if they're suing. I really don't know, to be frank. So that's why I think the lawsuit is quite frivolous and dumb.
Yeah.
By the way, H3 has been sued before for copyright issues, and they've won that lawsuit, so you can bet that they know what to do and what not to do when it comes to copyright issues. Ethan and Ela mentioned that they've went through a lot when they went with their last lawsuit. They got really invested in it themselves, and both of them are really familiar with law terms and all that. Another thing to mention is that their previous case has been actually studied by law students, which gives them some sort of credentials if they need to pursue this new one with Triller.
That our first lawsuit.
Hold on for a second.
Used as case
Need to plug up my laptop charger. All right, I'm back. Just had to do something real quick. Hold on for a second. I need to see.
Precedent. And our second lawsuit.
Audio is playing. All right, back to the video.
They're gonna cite our first lawsuit in the litigation.
Pretty funny.
That's why it's so good that you guys actually fought that. Yeah.
Because we went through so much on that first one. It was a lot of everything, like stress and a lot of hours that we put into it too.
Oh yeah.
We had to actually like we reviewed every motion and like
I didn't trust the lawyers because I was like, this is my whole life.
we
I read
actually
over
put
everything.
a lot of work into it ourselves.
I turned into a kind of a, let's say, a pseudo lawyer myself. You can go to the copyright section of the government websites and see our lawsuit there. It's being studied in school. I've heard that a bunch of times. It's being like the case is being studied.
Oh, and Keemstar has been enjoying these news about H3
Oh,
getting
yeah.
sued. He got
'Cause the beef
way,
they got.
way too excited. He went on to say that Ethan would be going to jail for 5 years or paying X amount of money, so on. And as we know, Ethan and Keem have quite some beef between them.
Yup.
Ethan roasted him on the After Dark episode. They pulled up a picture that Keem posted on Twitter, and the picture showed different folders on Keemstar's desktop, some of which were a bit interesting. Take a look at what Ethan had to say.
Because I had heard from a really reliable source that you were going to jail for 5 years.
Oh, yeah, Keemstar is tap dancing all over Twitter that I'm going to jail.
So what are all of your thoughts on all of this legal tea?
Yeah, I think it's dumb. It's like to sue somebody over that. My thing is like, I don't know. I guess if he actually was like streaming it for people to watch, then it's like, okay, then it's like, it's a problem. Then, people are just going to go there and then it's like, you guys are going to lose out on money. This man's literally just doing a YouTube video. So I'm like, or a podcast or whatever he was doing. He only like showed like Jake Paul's fight. Literally the only thing that people went there for. So my thing is like, you can't compare this to somebody that's actually uploading the full video, the full fight itself, where it's just only showing that part. I'm like, that to me doesn't make any sense. So I think I personally think that that's dumb. Like, don't make any sense.
H3 is gonna get sued for real. Does their commentary fall under fair use? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. That was it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos every single week. Alright, bye.
Yeah, I don't think that it's worth suing somebody for over that. Like, I'm like, there's far more worse things to sue somebody for. So it's like that. I'm like, nah. Y'all shouldn't be suing people for some stuff like that. But anyways, yes, this was a pretty good video. Shout out to Raven Hemi. Make sure you guys go subscribe to her main channel, Hot Tea, her personal channel, Raven Hemi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.